Welcome to This Week in Turkey Valley Trojan Baseball. And a busy week it was with 8 games on the schedule for the varsity. And we'll be talking on this report with head coach Dan Steppen, as well as players who are a very important and integral part of the 2011 Trojan edition of baseball. Blair Busta, senior middle infielder, and Adam Schaffenbuhl, a junior DH, who had an incredible week at the plate. This report is being brought to you by Cleat Kashutka Farm Equipment in Prodovan, the Fast Mart, and Fensel Oil and LP. Right now, let's pick up with Coach Dan Steppen.
With Turkey Valley head coach Dan Steppen. Well, we're kind of winding down a very busy week of baseball for the Turkey Valley Trojans, and you're coming out of it pretty good, really.
Yeah, 8 games this week, and played all right, with the exception of a couple innings Southwind on Monday, and kept it rolling against Valley on Tuesday. And Charles City is always a tough team on Wednesday. We played them tough. We just gave them probably too many outs there, and snuck one past Clayton Ridge Central that first game. A couple of guys came up with clutch hits and won that second game, then hit pretty well here this morning against Cresco.
Yeah, your bats are really sizzling the last week, really, but especially here today. Your middle of the order, 3, 4, and 5 are just crushing the ball right now.
Yeah, they're seeing the ball well, and we know they can do it, and we know to be successful this year, we're really going to need those 3 middle guys to hit the ball well, and they did. People got on in front of them and drove the ball, and yeah, even got our leadoff guy hitting there a little bit at the end, so that'll help.
And your ball club really seems to be coming along a little bit defensively. You still have a bad inning here and there, but it seems to be getting a lot better.
I think we're starting to settle into a lineup of some regulars at certain positions, and that's part of it too. And we have a couple injuries here or there we're trying to work through to do that. But yeah, if we can limit it to 1 inning, I hate to see those 6 runs against Cresco in that 1 inning, but if we can limit it to 1 inning instead of 2 or 3 in a game, we can survive, because I know our kids are going to battle to the end.
And conference-wise, you're right in the thick of it. You're 4-2 in the conference, probably where you want to be sitting. You could really very easily be 5-1, which would probably put you at the top of the league. But you still got to feel you have a shot at it.
Oh, sure we do. Postal's going to have good athletes on Monday, and then we really have a 2-week break until we start up again. And the last 4 teams we play are always in that top half of the conference. So we got our work cut out, but it's really where we want to be here at this time in the season.
And your young pitching staff, you had a lot of young guys thrown, and you're really, really doing pretty well there.
Yeah, the 3 freshmen we've had throw so far have done a heck of a job, and they really don't look like freshmen. That's a nice thing in baseball when, people show up to the field, they don't know how old they are and what grade they're in, and they're playing above being freshmen.
And it's going to get a little easier with less games going forward now, and that'll make it a little easier on the pitching staff as well.
Well, I think so. And then maybe some of these freshmen will be able to go throw a JV early in the week, and then throw some weekend tournaments for us. So they'll get into more of a regular routine, but I've been very pleased with what they've done so far.
Okay, that's Turkey Valley head baseball coach, Dan Steppen.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Talking with Blair Busta, middle infielder for the Turkey Valley Trojans. And Blair, you're a senior now. You seem to provide a lot of senior leadership. You're kind of like the captain of the infield out there.
Yeah, it's been a fun year so far, and communication's huge in baseball, especially when you're up the middle. You got to be talking to everybody, make sure everybody knows where they're going, and you got to communicate with everybody on the field at the same time. So that's what I do.
You're one of the few guys out there that has experience. I mean, you have a pretty inexperienced ball club. Defense has been a problem at times this year, but it seems to be coming along.
Yeah, we got to find a few people to play a couple different positions, but I think we're only 10 games into the season, so that won't be a problem here in the next couple games. We'll find somebody to play.
And personally for you, that you're winding down a long haul at Turkey Valley, it's always the last thing you do and if you play baseball or softball, so it's kind of bittersweet, I think, in a way for you once you become a senior.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year this year, and it's my last sport I'm going to ever play, so hope to make the best of it.
What are some of the team goals this season?
I think to get to state would be huge, but I think to win a couple district games would be good for the school and good for the juniors on our team.
And you're doing pretty well in the conference. I mean, you let one get away at Key High, otherwise you'd probably be 5-1, but you're 4-2 and really still in the race.
Yeah, we're still in the race. We got to beat Key High next time we play them and beat North Fayette because they're going to be a top competitor in our conference. So hopefully do that.
All right, that's Blair Busta, Turkey Valley middle infielder. Now with Adam Schaffenbuhl, junior designated hitter mainly for the Turkey Valley Trojans. And Adam, you've had a tremendous week hitting the ball. You're getting a lot of doubles and even a home run in there. You're seeing the ball pretty good right now.
Yeah, it feels pretty good when you make contact and help your team out by getting on base and getting RBIs.
And you're hitting behind Brady Kennan, and when you hit the ball, that's going to help him also because teams are pretty much afraid of him. They know all about him, but you're still probably a little bit of an unknown.
Yeah, they intentionally walk him sometimes, and that kind of messes with my nerves a little bit. But and then you have to follow up his home runs, and that's a bit different. It's kind of hard to follow that up, but I try to get on base if I can.
I noticed the other day, you probably haven't, but you were among the leaders in the state in RBIs and added a few more here at the Crestwood tournament, so that's got to make you feel good. But you have a couple of guys in front of you, Brady and Jordan Mitchell are on base all the time.
Yeah, it's really easy to get RBIs when you got two guys that have on base percentage of over 50%, so it's pretty easy to help score runs for the team.
How about being a DH? How do you like that role?
It's fun, but I'd like to get out in the field a little bit. But if I can help the team, I'll try to do it in any way possible.
You've even done a little pitching, a little bit more on the JV level or varsity reserves or whatever you want to call it. How do you like pitching?
I don't really like pitching, but I give it a shot if the coaches tell me to do it. So.
What do you hope the team accomplishes this season?
Well, if we make a good run in districts, that'd be ideal, but we'll see how the season goes towards the end.
All right, that's Turkey Valley's Adam Schaffenbuhl, the designated hitter.
Well, there you have it this week in Turkey Valley Trojan baseball, as the Trojans had a 5-3 week with 4-0 in Upper Iowa Conference play, with sweeps during the week over Clayton Ridge Central as well as Valley, and also a single victory over Crestwood at the Crestwood tournament, and losses came to Charles City, South Winneshiek, and Waverly Shell Rock. This report has been brought to you by the Fast Smart, Cleat Kashutka Farm Equipment in Prodovan, and Fensel Oil and LP. For WDDnews.com, I'm Randy Novotny.